my name is Ashley Felipek, and I'm doing my persuasive speech on the death penalty. Many people ask themselves, do I or do I not believe in the death penalty? With the proper name of capital punishment, the death penalty is thought to serve justice. Many people don't agree with the death penalty, and then many people do agree with the death penalty. The death penalty is legal in all but 13 states, and it was legal until the year of 1972 during the Furman v. Georgia case, which the Supreme Court then found it to be unconstitutional. But 4 years after that, in 1976, during the Gregg v. Georgia case, it was brought back to being legal, and the death penalty is now considered constitutional and is something that many states use as a type of punishment, especially for cases such as like murder, first-degree murder, and those where someone's taken somebody's life. The death penalty is shown to be constitutional. It's shown to be justable and right and fair for not only the criminal who committed the act, but for the victim and their family or friends. There's many people on death row, and the death penalty, if you were sentenced to death, it's basically like you might as well just go through with it, because it usually takes a long time for your court cases, and if your final outcome is the death penalty, there's no reason why you should be sitting in jail or prison. The reason that is because prisoners and prisons are costing us American citizens money, because we're paying taxes and fees for the prisons to be taking care of these criminals. They are getting to eat for free. They're getting leisure activities. They're basically living for free. Many people think that it's more of a punishment to keep them living in jail, but at the end of the day, they're still alive and they're breathing, and they get to walk around freely. When they took someone's life and that person no longer has the opportunity to do that. I feel that if you committed an act in that sense, and it's usually, like I said, first-degree murder, you kill someone, you could have beat them, raped them, whatever, but you did take their life, that if you were sentenced to the death penalty and you are on death row, that you should get the death penalty. Many people on death row actually end up dying in prison before ever going through with the act, and I don't feel that that is okay. The death penalty is also one way for justice to be served. Not only are they a criminal, but they took somebody else's life. The criminal or person who committed the act, when they're still alive, it's justice for them to get their life taken away because they took someone else's life, and it gives the victim's family and friends, even the victim, even though they're not here, it's a way of standing up for them. It gives them a peace of mind and just the opportunity to go to sleep at night knowing that the person who killed their family or friend, that they are gonna no longer be here with us either. So it's constitutional. There's been research and tests shown that that the way of killing them is it's easy, it's fast, and it doesn't hurt them. The most common way of taking somebody's life through the death penalty is usually a lethal injection, where the criminal is injected with something, and within moments they peacefully they go. Back to when I said that it's costing us money to let them live in jail. Research has also shown that it's cheaper for the death penalty because it's a fast process, and we're not paying for their expenses every day. In my eyes, there's no reason why a criminal should be out there, even though they're in jail, they still have that space. Why we should be paying for somebody who killed somebody, why we should be paying for them to, just live their daily life when that person will never have a chance to live theirs again. Looked at religiously, stated in the Bible, it says an eye for an eye. That's basically what the death penalty is. The death penalty is, it's an eye for an eye. If you killed somebody, it's going to happen to you. It's, obviously if you kill someone, you can't truly think you're going to get away with it. And if you did, then, you deserve the death penalty because you took someone's life. And in most cases, it's usually an innocent person who, they just absolutely murdered them. And for that case, there's no reason why you should be sitting in prison every day. There's no reason why you should be sitting on death row for 10 years, if after your court case and after you were sentenced to that type of punishment, you should serve it. It's in the same case as other criminals. If even if your crime is a lot less minor, such as, you serving probation or paying a fee, restitution, or, a few years in jail, if you commit an act, you're going to pay the prices. And I feel that the death penalty is just one of those ways for, it's just another way of you paying the price for an act you committed. So, it has been proven to be constitutional, or obviously would not be legal. It's, it's very common, it's used, but, like I said, they do usually wait for adults, for you to be an adult, for you to be charged with the death penalty. So it's not like it's just whoever that's getting it. It gives the victim, justice, even though they're no longer here. That person who took their life is no longer going to be here. It's saving everyone else money. It's shown to be, justable and constitutional, non-harmful, and it's giving everybody else, peace of mind. Everyone in the United States and other countries as well should not be going around knowing that there's a criminal, out there, or who's living every day, like, yeah, jail may be bad, but you shouldn't have the right to live your new life in jail when other people who have died don't have that chance to even live their life in jail. So basically, you took someone's life, like I said, an eye for an eye, you are going to get your life taken also. It's also been, shown that the death penalty is, they thought by having it enforced and by making it legal that less crimes would be committed, knowing that the person who commits it, there is a likely, a good chance that they will, be put to death as well. So, they were hoping that that would, help reduce the crime rate and really, force the people to realize that taking someone's life is no joke, and that if you murder someone, you're going to pay the price for it. So, there's no reason to sit on death row after so many years. You should go through with the act, or the act should be forced upon you. And, like I said, I'm for the death penalty, and I feel that it's one way of you paying the price for what you did. And obviously murder is like the biggest crime that you can commit, and it's something that's non-reversible. So, you can apologize and say, I'll give me life in prison, but I feel that it's very justable, and that, you made someone else never see a day again. Same should go for you. So, for the victim, for their family and friends, for justice to be served, it's constitutional. I really feel like the death penalty is the right thing for a lot of people, especially if you are on death row and you're already sentenced. Then it's time for you to pay the price for your consequences.